guys, so I guess this is my first vlog about my trip to a barbershop quartet convention. So I am going to try to not make this boring since nobody knows anything about barbershop quartets, or at least none of you guys do. I'm also going to take some time and try to focus on the camera, which is like here, where I'm looking at you, instead of my own reflection, which is over here. And I keep doing it, so apologies in advance. Also, I said this in my earlier video, but from earlier today, but I don't have any video editing software here, so this is just going to be like one take, and I'll try to not ramble, but I can't like cut out the boring sections as I otherwise normally would. It sounds like what a lot of you guys have expressed interest in is sort of knowing how this, like, what this is about and like how the week is going. And so today was the first day of the convention, and we had the youth barbershop quartet contest, which has several different categories. And so it has like a junior varsity category, which has kids in high school and stuff, and then college category, or a varsity one, which has kids in college who are competing. And so there were like 25, I think, quartets, and this is like the big contest for the whole year. And so like I think the people who came the furthest was a quartet from London who did really, really well. A lot of times, a lot of the non-North American quartets don't do as well, just because I think they don't have a lot of the community and people around them to like coach them and help them with their pronunciation if they aren't native English speakers. And so and even, I mean, obviously people from London are native English speakers, but they have to work on a lot of like inflections and like singing not with a British accent for the songs. So but yeah, so it's been a super busy day, and so I look a lot less fresh than I looked earlier today. It's 10:30 p.m. I just got back to the room and I ordered some room service for dinner, and I'm gonna hurry to bed after I record this video, and then get up bright and early for the next event, which starts tomorrow at 10. And so the next event is like the reason that I'm here. It's the best part of the event. It's the like adult men's quartets. People might ask, there is a women's version like that does barbershop quartets, like a women's organization. They are not the organization that pertains to this event. So like you will see women singing here like all around, but not at the contest on stage. And so like I'm just looking at the little guide here. This is my handy dandy guide for the week. Yeah, so the first thing tomorrow starts at 10 and goes till 3:30, and then goes again at 5 until 10:30 p.m. So we're gonna be there like all day long, and there will be like intermissions and stuff to take break or like go to the bathroom and get meals. But in general, it's like just a completely busy day. We have this, 90 minutes in the middle to go to a restaurant and get lunch somewhere. But like in each session, let's see, yeah, there'll be 27 quartets, each performing 2 songs in each session. So it's going to be a busy day of listening to barbershop quartets, which is great. But because it's always like this giant big day of stuff, it's sort of like preparing like a Boy Scout for like getting ready for the event, because like you're probably not going to have time to go back to your room if you forgot something. And they're always in these like giant theaters, which can be varying temperatures depending on the time of day or the number of people in there, or like how high they turned up the air conditioning. And so whenever I go to barbershop events, I always like bring one of these little jackets that I can put on over like a strappy, like a dress or something. And then I also bring like a hoodie. I emptied my little backpack here on the table so I can try. I also bring like a hoodie, and I also bring this little scarf that I can like extra bundle up in if I'm like cold in the arena. And then I also bring this like shawl thing that I got once, and I don't wear anywhere except to barbershop events, but it's like completely shapeless and it helps keep me warm. And then I also have this travel blanket, which like squishes down into this little travel bag. And so depending on like the day and the time, oh yeah, and also I try to wear dresses that have black in them so that I can wear leggings with them. So usually I have like almost all of these things physically on my person when I go into the contest, so that if I get cold, then at the intermission I can go to the bathroom and like put on my leggings and put on my jacket. And sometimes you're just like completely bundled up. Although the theater tonight wasn't too cold, so I'm hopeful that it won't be really cold. But usually, like, this always takes place in July, and places are always blasting the air conditioning. And So I always have those. I also always have my little binoculars for watching the quartets. And I have my pitch pipe, which, for those of you who don't know, is like for blowing tones to be able to like sing in that note. So you'll see a bunch of barbershoppers and they'll be like, oh, we're going to sing this song. That song's in B flat. And so everyone gets out their pitch pipe and they're like, oh, and then they play B flat and then everybody sings. So I always have my pitch pipe on me when I go to barbershop quartet events. And of course, in this case, I also always have my Pachi on me so I can look for like photo opportunities with him. But he actually takes up a lot of space because I put him in, like I wrap him up so he doesn't get damaged, and then I have like a box that I put him in, so he takes a sizable chunk of my bag. And then I also have a bunch of batteries because I'm using my phone the whole day at like intermissions and between performances, and so like I have this little battery, and I have like 2 others over there that are being charged right now. And so it's always this like, it's just like being a Boy Scout. And this is like besides all of the other things that you want to have in your purse as a girl who's like on a trip. And so it's always kind of a, not ordeal, but I always have to think carefully and be like, wait, what else do I need to like make sure I bring? And then, you know, sometimes you forget something, you have to like race back to the room at intermission, and then you like get in your seats right as the light is dimming. So also tomorrow, another cool thing is, so because there are like quartets and barbershop choruses from all over the world who come here, they sing a different national anthem to begin each event from a different country. And so they usually sing like the U.S. national anthem on the 4th of July, which of course was today. And they also usually sing the U.S. national anthem and O Canada on the last night, which is the finals. And so there are like 3 separate rounds. There's the quarterfinals, which are happening tomorrow and go all day long, and are like 54 or 57 quartets or something like that. And 55. And then they pick, like, the judges evaluate them, and the top 20 proceed to the next round. And so they'll be competing tomorrow, or the next day. And then after that, there are barbershop choruses, which is like a whole bunch of guys who are singing like the same 4 barbershop parts as the quartets. But anyway, so tomorrow is, oh, and then the finals are the last night. But so tomorrow is the quarterfinals, and so we're going to hear the British national anthem and the Spanish national anthem. So that'll be neat. We actually have only just newly gotten a Spanish barbershop quartet, and so they have a really like small and young like barbershop organization. But it's going to be exciting to hear that because that's one we don't usually get to hear. It's for like the countries who are present and competing at the event. And so, yeah, so we don't usually hear that one. We usually hear like New Zealand and of course Canada and Britain. Oh yeah, the Swedish national anthem, the Australian national anthem. I know all these national anthems, or at least I can't sing them all, but I know I like recognize them. I could hum them, most of them. So, yeah, so tomorrow it's going to be Britain and Spain. So that'll be neat to hear the Spain national anthem, which I haven't before. Let's see, what else? I was going to tell you guys about this neat sort of thing that's happening with the logo. The Barbershop Harmony Society has had this awesome logo since like the dawn of time. And then at some point several years ago, they were like, it's time to make the organization more youthful and trendy. And then they created this logo that's just like vanilla and super boring. And then they put it on everything. And it was very controversial. And it's just like a garbage. I mean, I'm sure someone made it and they probably put a lot of work into it. And I guess it's fine for that. But I don't like it. And so this year, finally, we're seeing like a recurring, like, there are fireworks over there. I'm just looking out the window because it's 4th of July, but I can see fireworks in the distance. Neat. So we're seeing like a resurgence of the old logo. I think they finally recognized that like people like this sort of classic, old, very like authentic design. So I was looking around the room to see if I had examples of both logos, and I don't actually. Well, I have one that's like small but hard to see. So I'm going to try to get something with the logo, and maybe in a future vlog I'll show you guys what the logo is, unless nobody watches this because you guys are super bored. Let's see, is there anything else I wanted to tell you guys? Guess that's about it. Yeah, I guess that's about it. So, barbershop is always like this crazy, like super busy week where like you finish the events and you stand at like the hotel lobby and you sing until 3 a.m. and then you go to bed and you have to get up and rush to the next event at like 10 a.m., which doesn't sound that early, but it's pretty early when you were singing in the lobby at 3 and then you like have to have breakfast first and stuff. So the week is usually pretty crazy, and but in like a good sleep when you're dead kind of way. And so anyway, so I'm glad I got to make this today. I'll see if I have things that I think are sufficiently interesting to say, although probably this wasn't interesting because you guys don't care about barbershop. So I don't know. We'll see if you guys watch, because I'm really on the fence about making these vlogs. So yeah, I guess that's it. Okay, well, so I'm going to go to bed. Well, not go to bed yet. I'm waiting for my room service to come. But I'm going to relax and get ready for my room service to come. And I'll probably hang out with some of you guys in Discord here in a few minutes. And then maybe I'll make one later. So I hope you guys are having a good day today. And I'll see you guys at the next one.